if you had 1,000 to 3,000 more contacts that you had access to call, communicate with them, and close business, get recruits, and explode that to even 10,000 or more, I want you to stand up and I want to hear how excited you would be if you had access to it. I'm sure. Right? What I really want to tell you guys is that what we can do is make that happen. Yeah. All right? We're going to make that happen. Now, the objective for today is to make sure that you go home today understanding that everybody can improve their contacts. You just have to know what to do with the contacts once you improve those contacts. Is that fair? Yeah. All right, so one of the things, and I'm going to get up and close to you guys today because I believe that this piece is the game changer. This piece will change your business and will change your life. One of the things that all of these companies have in common is an activity system. Okay. Mm-hmm. They have a system and a way in which they generate people to come into their organizations. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And so if you understand that, you are not exempt from that. Every single business has to have some type of activity system that brings people into their organizations. The difference is that you don't have $1 million of a marketing budget. So what we have to do is be creative and find a way to make that happen. So today I want you to focus on something that you might not have focused on before. I want you to stop chasing the results and start tracking your activity. Okay. All right? Now let me explain. Most people, you focus on things that you cannot control. For example, you focus on which person buys. Like the third meeting today, they're going to buy. You can't control that, can you? No. Which recruit says yes? Can you control that? No. How much life insurance your next appointment can afford? Can you control that? No. Who picks up the phone? You can't control it, right? And no. The appointment will keep. Can you control any of that? No. You can't. But what you can control is the amount of calls you make, the amount of appointments that you set, the amount of appointments that you do, the referrals you collect, and the follow-ups that you complete. You can control all of those things. And so this is what I want you guys to understand. Now let me be very clear on this. And you know, sometimes I think this whole row you've got stats and statistics of who they are and why you should listen to them, right? Yeah. Well, the most personal production that I've personally written is a little over 41,000 personal production in a month. Okay? And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm saying that to please do me a favor and just listen for a second, okay? But I didn't say that because I want you to be a personal producer. I said that because you can't teach what you don't know. And if you don't know how to write business, you can't teach how to write business. So at some point, you have to be a personal producer at some point. So the purpose of being a personal producer is not to be able to write a lot of production. The purpose of the personal producer is to create a duplication model which you can transfer those skill sets to other people, so now you have a business. That's right. Does that make sense? Yes. Okay. So what I just like to show you real quick on this side is the real goal is for everybody to learn how to recruit bare minimum. Now the numbers that I'm giving you today are bare minimum. All right? They're not for superstar. If you can recruit 4 people a month and write 10,000 in personal production, but learn how to recruit people for those 4 so you can personally develop a 10 by 10 leg. If you can do that consistently, you can now teach other people to do it, can you not?
Yes.
And if you can do that and you start developing leaders that can do 10,000, 10 by 10 every single month, you might be in the game, right?
Yeah.
That's just the beginning.
Definitely.
So I want you guys to understand that this is what we got to do. Now, here's the problem. Here's the problem. Does anybody know what this is? You sure? You sure? You
Rotary
got
phone.
it. All right. What if I told you that there's a rule about this phone? And the rule about this phone is that there's what I like to call 3 phases of phone calls. You want to hear them? Yeah. There you go. The first phase of making phone calls is that you find every reason not to make no damn phone call. Okay, okay. So this is what I mean by that. So you are literally finding ways not to make phone calls. I.e., your cousin called you and say they gotta go to the grocery store. You know what? I was about to make some damn phone calls, but what happened was my cousin called and said they gotta go to the grocery store, and I had to accompany them. So I can't make phone calls right now. So the first thing is you're scared. You find every reason not to make a phone call. Here's the second one. You make the phone call, but you pray to the Almighty God. And no answer. You like, but then something happens. You know what happens? You get pissed off. You get angry. There's something you want to fight for. So you make a decision to make some phone calls, and you focus on it, and you want people to answer, and you want the results. And that's when change happens. Y'all with me? Yeah. All right, so listen, before you dial, a couple of things I just want you to see. Create your call list before the day. Listen, remember, your call lists is the pre-work, it's not the work. Some of us spend so much time developing lists, we don't ever get to call them. Come on. So the day before, you develop your list. All right? Repetition feels boring, but makes the most money. All right? Be yourself. Please listen to me, y'all. Be yourself. Although your upline is going to teach you the business, I need you to be yourself. People can smell a fake a mile away. All right? Sorry. Find your passion inside the business. What do you want to fight for? What are you passionate about? Find them. All right? And last but not least, you don't manage people, you manage systems. So what we got to do is build the right systems and let those systems manage people. Structure creates freedom. Y'all with me? Mm-hmm. All right, so now watch this, because this is important, Joe. Check this out. We gonna meet people, right? But guess what we gonna do? I know it sounds crazy. I know you ain't never learned this. But you're gonna meet people, and then guess what you're gonna do? Spend time with people. You're not gonna say, hey, how you doing? You want some life insurance? No, you gotta build what's called relationships with people. So this is what I like to call the production cycle. Everybody is going to be in a different place on the cycle every day. So if you find 10 people today, you just met 10 people, right? Yeah. Your goal is to move into number 2, which is spend time with those people. But then guess what you're going to do today still? Meet 10 more people. And as you go through the cycle, you're going to be close. You're going to meet 10 people a day, and you're going to spend time with 10 people a day, and you're going to make that ask for 10 people a day, and then you're going to close or get referrals for 10 people a day. Y'all not excited yet? Yeah. Because just imagine if you were closing 10 times a day. See, most of us think, no, but I thought you said that when you recruit somebody, you're supposed to close them the same day. No, that's not what I said. I said build relationships with people, but work through the production cycle. This is the activity cycle that doesn't, you don't have bad QPIs and go. Right. This is a production cycle that people actually want to keep giving you referrals because you brought them value. All right? Now, y'all seen this financial household before, right? But this is what I like to call my activity household. It's my activity blueprint. Most people don't like to develop concepts. All they want to do is keep closing business, but they forget you got to develop context. So context context is the foundation of the household. And if you don't have that, it's a crack in the household, right? The problem most of us don't have enough people to talk to. If you had more people to go to, you wouldn't have a problem with it. So context, then we take those contexts to conversation. Those conversations to appointments, and those appointments will generate more income. It sounds simple, doesn't it? So why don't we do it? Now listen, I'm gonna get to it. Here it is, y'all. I'm gonna give you 10 ways to develop and increase your contact list right here. 10 ways. You all ready? Are you talk through these? Prospecting. Okay? We already talked, y'all heard about prospecting. That's daily outreach to new potential clients. You can prospect in many different ways. From Instagram, social media, right, to face-to-face, all different ways you can prospect, referral, all different stuff. So prospecting, social media, warm market referrals, existing client referrals, networking events, centers of influence, groups or organizations, 90-day follow-ups, beneficiary follow-ups, and community of interest, right? So let me keep going. So what is prospecting? It's the act of searching for and gathering people for the purpose of achieving your desired outcome. Now, most people, this I want you to know, is people that there's only three types of people. There's people that you don't know, people that you know, and people that your people know. That's it. Okay? So what we got to understand is how to access those people is through those ways. But we can't be afraid of that because if you understand what value we bring to the community, there's no reason why you should be afraid of either talking to somebody that you don't know, talking to somebody that you do know, or to talking to somebody that your people know. So here's the thing with warm market. Most of us don't understand what warm market is. Warm market is people that know your name.
That's good.
I'm going to keep it real simple, though. People that know your name. So here's an example. I guarantee most of us do not do this. Do a phone dump every 90 days. Why am I saying that? Because I guarantee you know more people today than you did 90 days previous.
That's true.
But the problem is we don't realize how many numbers we put in our phone.
That's true.
But if you do a phone dump, all of a sudden, it's almost magical how more people pop up in your phone 90 days later. People you went to high school with, people you used to work with, who you look up to. People who you would borrow money for, not people that you borrow money for. They ain't no business. People that you would borrow money for. Who you spend a bit to, who you would allow to watch your kids. Places you frequent, restaurants, churches, gyms, shopping, etc. People you recently met with in the last 90 days. These are people that would probably want to talk to you. Appointment and existing clients. Listen, at the appointment, you got to go. So now listen to this. Because at the appointment, schedule an appointment with the beneficiary at the time of the application. I'm going to give you 5 extra ways you can get 5 extra names and numbers right now. And listen to me, while I'm saying it, I want you, if you heard this before, great. You got to ask yourself 2 questions. I want you to raise your hand. Listen, I'm going to say them all first, and I'm going to look around. I want you to raise your hand if you've either never heard of this before, or if you've heard of it, but you still don't use it. Is that fair? Right, here you go. If you're on an appointment, and you're getting a beneficiary, hey, let me ask you a question. We want to write down a beneficiary. This person should be over the age of 21 bare minimum because they need to be responsible, right? They also need to be somebody that you trust and believe they would take care of this money because something would happen to you, right? So who is that person? What did I just do? I just made sure that they're not a kid. Okay? Now, what's most important about that is then they're going to give you a name. That's one thing, right? Then I said, okay, great. Now, if something were to happen to you and that person at the same time, we need a contingent beneficiary. So can you give me that person? And then you need to meet the same qualifications. Then give me a second person. That's how many people? Okay. Oh, but by the way, let's just say I can't get in contact with either one of those people. I need 3 emergency contacts. Because I need to make sure that statistically, in the world that we live in today, unfortunately, people pass away, and there's no system that lets us know if somebody passed away. So this person might have life insurance with us, and if we don't know how to contact that person, that money just sitting there and it doesn't go to the family. Let me 3 emergency contacts. How many names and numbers did we just get?
5.
This is time. Let me see your hands. Have you either heard of it before, or never heard of it before, or have you heard of it and you don't do it? I just gave you 5 more names and numbers that you're going to get from every single one. Oh, sorry. Staying connected. Revisiting the clients to give you referrals. You know they say statistically, if you get in front of some people once, your business might say to book about 33% of the time, but if you get to them more than once and close more sales or different types of books of business, it increases 60-something%. So we need to talk to people more frequently, invite them to function at client events, emails and drip campaigns. Primary does a great job with the emails and drip campaigns. We're not technically using that. Lunch meetings and casual check-ins, add client points. Listen, if you have a solid social media page, and you're not out there just popping bottles, you know what I'm talking about? Like you actually look like you're in business. Do me a favor, add your people to your social media. The more times they see you, the more they believe who you are, and they start to like you, they start to trust you, and they start to give you more business consistently. All right? Still want marketing? Do this. Send happy birthday messages, like and comments on posts, write meaningful comments. Don't just say like. Oh my gosh, that was so cool, right? Make sure your profile is public. Post content related to your industry. Share your uploads posts if you don't know how to post. Right. Keep in mind, only discuss things you're comfortable with, right? Be careful posting emotional and personal stuff. Most of us know when you broke up. Every night they broke up. Stop it. All right? Don't post multiple business opportunities. Wow. You were Herbalife today. You were Cam tomorrow. You were Primary Thursday. Like, people don't trust you. Remember, some people are meeting you for the first time, some meet the first impression. Okay? This is daily tracker. This is just an example of one, but have something that you use for yourself. All right? Use the power of calendars. It's the calendar. It's just an example of a calendar. All I'm saying is that how you think you're in business if you don't have no damn calendar? You just fly by night with it, huh? Activity loves accountability. Let me ask you a question. Can y'all raise your hand and say that you're going to do this for me? Say yes, I'm going to do this for you.
Yes, I'm going to do this for you.
I just want you to do me a favor. Find an accountability partner before you leave today. Activity loves accountability. You can say to yourself you want to do something, but you lie to yourself every day. You lie to yourself every day, but you can't lie to that person that you say you have accountability. Okay? Know your goals, who tracks your numbers, who tracks your accountability. Alright? What if your activity doubles tomorrow? I just asked you that question. When your sales increase, yes or no? Yes. When your recruiting increase, yes or no? Yes. When your income increase, yes or no? Yes. Of course it would. But most agents are one decision away from changing their business. This is not about a new script, though. No. This is not about a new lead source. This is not about a new training. All this is about is more activity. That's all it is. Right? So I would encourage you. Listen to me. Remember the training. You gotta get people. You gotta talk to people. You gotta schedule appointments. Those appointments will lead to clients, and those clients will lead to income. Relationships create retention. Activity creates momentum. When you combine both, production becomes a natural outcome. You cannot control who says yes, but you can control how many people hear the opportunity. Listen, I want you guys to believe in yourself and